Hello and welcome to Top Trends. Here are the top trending news for today. The football world continues to heat up with high-stakes matches across the globe. In South America, Lionel Messi's return to Argentina was met with a surprising 1-1 draw against Venezuela in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Though Messi led a spirited performance, Venezuela's defense managed to hold off several Argentine attacks, leveling the game late into the second half. Meanwhile, Brazil secured a dramatic 2-1 victory against Chile with a last-minute goal, strengthening their position in the race for World Cup qualification. In Europe, the UEFA Nations League has captured the attention of millions. The spotlight is on several key matchups, including Spain's clash with Denmark and Poland facing Portugal, both scheduled for this evening. Poland's Robert Lewandowski is in prime form, drawing praise from Portugal's coach, Roberto Martinez. Meanwhile, Ansu Fati's rumoured departure from Barcelona has sparked discussions about transfers across clubs like Sevilla, as the January transfer window approaches. Beyond international play, clubs are also gearing up for more action in the ongoing domestic leagues. Manchester City is reportedly eyeing a move for Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi, while Real Madrid has intensified talks to sign Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold. These moves could redefine the landscape of European football in the coming months. Adding to the drama, former football superstar Ronaldinho has made headlines not for his legendary skills on the field, but for entering the world of sports ownership. The Brazilian legend announced his acquisition of a football club in the US lower league, marking his transition into management and ownership. His move could inspire a new generation of players to pursue leadership roles post-retirement. Glitz, glamour, and global cinema. As the awards season ramps up, Hollywood and the global film industry are buzzing with anticipation. A-listers are gracing red carpets at major film festivals across the globe, showcasing the best in cinema from this year. The latest reports show that several blockbuster movies are contending for top honors at the upcoming Oscars and Cannes Film Festival, with independent films making a strong case for recognition alongside studio powerhouses. Meanwhile, the global box office is thriving, thanks to the release of highly anticipated movies in genres ranging from superhero epics to deeply emotional dramas. Viewers have been captivated by a rise in streaming content as well, where original series and films are reshaping the industry. Streaming platforms have seen a surge in viewership and are continuing to pour billions into exclusive content. In music, pop and hip-hop artists are dominating global charts with new album releases, while cross-genre operations are trending. Stars like Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, and Bad Bunny are set to perform at major venues, drawing worldwide attention. Israel-Gaza conflict intensifies. On the political front, tensions continue to flare in the Middle East as Israel's military offensive against Gaza escalates. Following a series of deadly strikes, both sides are locked in a brutal exchange of hostilities, with civilian casualties mounting by the day. International calls for ceasefire talks have grown louder, with the United Nations urging immediate intervention to prevent further humanitarian disasters. Despite these appeals, diplomatic efforts have so far failed to halt the conflict. This latest chapter in the Israel-Palestine conflict has triggered widespread protests across Europe, North America, and the Middle East. Demonstrators are calling for an end to violence and urging world leaders to play a more active role in brokering peace. The US, a key ally of Israel, has reaffirmed its commitment to Israel's right to defend itself, but has also expressed concern over the escalating death toll. In response, several countries have imposed sanctions or boycotted Israeli products, while others, including Egypt and Qatar, have opened their borders to provide aid to Gaza. The ripple effect of the conflict is being felt across the globe, impacting international trade and heightening tensions in global diplomacy. Ukraine's struggle against Russian forces. The war in Ukraine continues to dominate headlines as the conflict stretches into another year. Fighting has intensified along the Eastern Front, where Ukrainian forces are locked in brutal combat with Russian troops. Despite several ceasefire attempts, violence persists, with new reports of missile strikes and artillery shelling causing widespread destruction in cities like Mariupol and Donetsk. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky remains defiant, urging the international community to provide more military aid and humanitarian support. NATO allies have responded by stepping up arms deliveries, but there are concerns that the war could spill over into neighboring countries. Poland and Romania have bolstered their defenses along their borders, while EU leaders scramble to maintain unity in the face of escalating Russian aggression. Meanwhile, Russia's internal political landscape is becoming more volatile as dissent against President Vladimir Putin grows. Anti-war protests have erupted in Moscow and St. Petersburg, despite the government's harsh crackdown on dissent. Reports indicate that discontent among Russia's elite is also on the rise, with several high-ranking officials quietly opposing the continuation of the war. In a move to solidify support, Putin has ramped up nationalist rhetoric, calling for greater Russian resilience against what he describes as Western ills and encroachment. However, economic sanctions imposed by the West are severely impacting Russia's economy, with inflation soaring and essential goods becoming increasingly scarce. Journalists fear that the combination of economic hardship and military losses could destabilize Russia in the coming months. As the world moves deeper into the final quarter of 2024, major global developments in football, entertainment, politics, and warfare continue to capture attention. Football fans are eagerly awaiting tonight's Nations League matches, which could reshape the tournament's outcome. In the entertainment world, red carpets and award shows are gearing up for a star-studded season. Politically, the focus remains on the escalating tensions in Gaza and the enduring war in Ukraine. Both conflicts show no signs of abating, and the international community faces mounting pressure to find diplomatic solutions. With tensions rising, the world watches closely, hoping for peace and stability in an increasingly volatile geopolitical landscape.